And welcome into another edition of Believe in Panthers here on Believe Podcast Networks, brought to you by the fine folks over at FanDuel. Desmond Johnson from Tobacco Road Sports Radio in the house, along with Jonathan Stewart, the Panthers' all-time leading rusher. And we are concluding our NFC South previews of the teams that we despise, the teams that we have to play twice a year. And we've left the Atlanta Falcons for last. We were trying to get one of the Believe hosts to come on with us to do this, to tell us about their team. But we cannot find Michael Turner, and we cannot find Ovi Mughelli. I tried to text them a couple of times.
Desmond, they might not just like you.
Yeah, they might not like me. Maybe they're just like, oh, he's texting me again. Like they might have just did that to me. So I don't know. But we decided we could do this.
We'll do them a favor since the Falcons tend to do us favors every year by falconing.
Yeah,
right. Showing up.
Bryce
the Falcons just don't show up sometimes, and so
Bryce Young is exactly their favorite guy. They don't like seeing Bryce Young coming, or the Carolina Reaper as his nickname.
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, there was a couple times last year where he'd have a big game, and then a coach or somebody got fired from that team on Monday, and we were like, "Oh man, like Bryce got this weird thing going on."
He got that death touch.
Last time he saw Atlanta, he went all 500 plus yards in the air. Back and forth game. Panthers victorious. The Falcons. They didn't really make a lot of moves in terms of bringing in a lot of names, but what they mainly did was keep their core, especially on offense. I was sitting there looking through it, Stu. The main thing, they re-signed Bijan Robinson, who thank God hasn't torn off a huge game on us yet in his career, but it's coming. It's going to be coming eventually.
No, don't you do that.
Well, you know what? I take that back. They had a chance when our defense had some holes in it.
Devin Lloyd going to be all over that.
Yep. Yeah. So they had a shot.
Devin Lloyd for people like Bijan Robinson.
Yep. He had a shot.
Kamara.
He had a shot. And they missed it.
They got HN over there in the Saints uniform too.
Yep.
Who the running back out there in Buccaneers?
Who's the He's your boy.
Oregon boy.
Yeah.
I
can't remember his name off the top of my head, but yeah, he's the Oregon Duck.
The Duck.
I'll look it up. The Bijan Robinson signed a massive 3-year, $75 million contract extension, $25 million a year for a running back. That can't be all. That's not all guaranteed. I don't know what exactly it averages out to, but I think Christian McCaffrey was the highest paid running back going into this offseason. I don't know if that still stood, but I think that's Bijan now. I don't know if any other running back making that kind of money per year. They re-signed Drake London, their number one wide receiver, 4 years, $141 million. I'm trying to do math in my head. Like what? That's like 35 million a year, something like that for Drake. And then Kyle Pitts, 3-year, $54 million extension. They're tied in. They franchise tagged him and got him signed.
Last year was a big year for Kyle Pitts because Kyle Pitts came in and actually had the better, had a better season than previous years. People have been basically waiting for him to, shine a little bit.
Yes.
And he did it, on a team that was a little inconsistent, right? Didn't really know what you're going to get out of the quarterback position, but he still was able to be that comfort blanket for whoever it was at quarterback. And obviously you have an offensive coordinator that's figuring things out of how you get a guy like that into the mix. You would think to yourself, you have a tight end, very large and very fast and very athletic. You should be able to figure it out. But for whatever reason, they haven't been able to figure it out until last year. And so he got paid, this offseason. And now will he be able to do it again, right? Second team All-Pro last year, 928 yards, receiving, 5 touchdowns last year. This is a guy that they're going to be heavy on, right? You got Bijan Robinson, you paid him. So now you got to make the hopefully your bets come to fruition. I think your bet's going to come to fruition with Bijan, but will it come to fruition with my Kyle Pitts? And also too, you got to, Matt Ryan, right? Matt Ryan is upstairs now.
He's in front office. Yeah.
Front office. So that's something to pay attention to as well, as far as them making these moves. And if they have success with it, is it because of Matt Ryan? Right.
The biggest deal they probably did in the offseason, bringing somebody in terms of a name, Tua Tagovailoa, who's no longer with the Dolphins, now with Atlanta. fighting for a starting role against Michael Penix Jr. Both of them have injury history concerns. Actually, I think Michael Penix Jr. is still hurt from last year, but I think. And Tua, I think he got hurt earlier this week. I think he hurt his back or something. I don't know. But yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe like who do you trust? Who do you trust between those two players, Tua or Michael Penix Jr.?
I would suggest Tua, right?
Really? I don't know. I don't know.
Because what do you got to lose? You just signed him for what? 1.5 million? That's what it was.
Bag of chips, pretty much. Yeah.
So it's like, hey, man, go see what you can do. See if you can shake.
They didn't even write down. That's how you know it was just like a little bit. They didn't write down how much he got. It just says Tua signed by a free agency to bolster the quarterback room. Like they didn't even write down how much he signed for. So like, I worry about Tua, man. I'm sorry. I worry. I hate it when I watch a football player play and I cringe when he gets hit because something's happened to him so many times you can't stop thinking about it. And Tua's entered that category for me where it's just like, okay, you got up. Or because it felt like he was doing stuff, man, like diving head first and just I understand it, but bro, you can't do this. You can't do this. And now you remember that Miami Dolphins offense like 2 years ago?
It was dangerous.
Waddle,
who was running all over the place? They had Moses. They had Raheem.
Yep, they had 2 running backs.
Yeah,
we played them. Remember, they beat the brakes off of us.
Yeah, they were running all over the place.
We were good for like the first quarter, and then they just went. Whoop, choop, choop, choop,
oh wait, let's just run. Let's just run faster than everybody.
I remember thinking at the time, I was like, man, the AFC East is in trouble. If they can get this defense together, they'll be, because this offense is crazy. And then Tua started having the injuries, and now I don't even know who the Miami Dolphins quarterback is going to be. Like they've kind of dismantled that offense because Waddle's not there anymore. He's in Denver. So
Miami is what you call on life support.
Yeah, Hill had that injury last year. He might not be back like ever. Like that might have been the end of his career, right? And if he does come back, he ain't gonna be the type.
I have a feeling that he's gonna come back. I have a feeling he's one of those breeds. Okay,
yeah. I can see him come back, but he won't be that weird speed that he had before. Like where he can pull away from you, like while he's running. Like
I don't know.
That's pretty.
He's a different breed, man.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope so because I like watching Tyreek Hill play. I love those kind of players. But with Atlanta, do you feel out of now that we've gotten to this part here where we've got to Atlanta, so we've done the Saints, we've done the Bucks, now we've done the Falcons a little bit. Out of those three, which one do you think has the biggest chance to upend Carolina as the NFC South division winner this year?
So this is my take on Atlanta, especially when it comes to the Carolina Panthers. Okay, I preface it that way because I see this. You know, obviously we're talking division opponents. And I see this matchup, and I see Carolina, and I see the Falcons, and what the Falcons' relationship to the Carolina Panthers is. Carolina's been waxing that tail, okay?
Yeah.
Right? And for whatever reason, you know, it's been we've had their number. And when you have that, as far as if you're a Falcon, right? If you're a guy that's been playing for the Falcons for the last 2 years, you feel some type of way about the Carolina Panthers, right? You know, we go there, they beat us. They come here, they beat us.
We own
Bryce Young, if he's in the game, he gonna beat us.
Somebody getting fired.
Somebody getting fired, right? So everybody walking around, and you have a first-year head coach, right? So that's something to look at as far as Stefanski coming in and you know, year one. And then you have Canales in year 3. Like, you know, what is the makings of this rivalry, right? What's gonna who's gonna rise above? Who's gonna transcend, right?
See what you did
last year, you know, the Falcons, you know, one of their strengths was their edge. They had 57 sacks last year, boy. Okay, 57. But for whatever reason, they couldn't get to Bryce Young. Okay, they couldn't. Sneaky good, like Prince.
It's something about when he sees those black jerseys, like something clicks in. Maybe it's because they're in SEC territory or something, but something just clicks in his mind.
Maybe what you're saying, he's just familiar in the territory.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like, we in Atlanta. We playing in Atlanta.
But
championship here. Go on, play. They played SEC championship in the Georgia Dome, don't they? So
But they've got some losses. Caden Ellis, he's now the linebacker that went to New Orleans. I don't know how you let him go, and then you let him go to the New Orleans Saints. Like, what'd you do that for?
That always bothers me when a team lets a guy go and he signs in the division. It's like you couldn't try any harder than.
Now he about to go over there and tell all your business.
Twice a year.
He's gonna tell you all your business. Like, when you hear this means that. Okay.
It's like, right. Yep. That's exactly what happens. Every time we lose a player and then we see him, like, I don't know where did Shaq go? Buffalo? Shaq went to Buffalo. I was worried we were going to see Buffalo because, I mean, Shaq been here like 40 years.
Tell all the business.
Everything.
Right?
He knows which way to turn the faucet knobs in the bathroom, like at Panthers headquarters. Like, you don't want all of that getting out. But
they invested this season in, their guys. That's what they did this offseason. But they did not find any upgrades. Okay. They ain't investing in too many upgrades. They only had 6 draft picks. They were 24th in the league in free agent spending.
What does that tell you? You think they didn't want to spend, or just happy with what they have?
I think they're that's what I'm going with. I think they're happy with what they have.
I think that's a mistake.
And I think that might be okay on offense.
Yeah.
But not okay necessarily on defense. And I'm going to tell you why. I think edge-wise, you're good. I think you can get to the quarterback, right? Linebacker, I don't know. I think secondary, you're riding the wave, right? You're riding the wave of Bates and Terrell. Last year they had those 2 guys, according to PFF, right? According to PFF, ladies and gentlemen, take that as you want. They had their down years. They didn't have great years last year. Okay. And maybe it was because they're, being challenged more or not being involved. I don't really know what that means. But when you are not upgrading in an offseason, you are becoming content, right? And, there's a lot to say with, being content in a division, where we won 8 and 9, right? Won the division 8 and 9. Maybe you felt like you didn't need to upgrade. But I can tell you one thing. The Carolina Panthers upgraded.
We did. So I'm like, what were you looking at? Like,
so you either get with the times or you get left behind. Okay.
Everybody kind of did, except for them. Like, they didn't really. Well, the Saints couldn't really.
Yeah.
And
I think the Saints are trending, but I look at the linebacker, right? The Caden Ellis. He is a good addition with the departure, right, of Demario Davis. Linebacker. He's going to go down as one of the better linebackers in the NFC South that has ever came through, right?
Right.
And I think that type of addition. But they also have, they've had some injuries in training camp, right? That they're going to have to overcome.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Falcons on paper are pretty talented, especially on offense, right? Got offensive talent. I'm with it. Your quarterback's going to hold you back if you don't figure that out. And you know who's going to be able to reap the benefits of that? The Carolina Panthers. Okay? Them first 4 games of the season, there's a lot of bad football being played. And so if Tua back hurting so much to where he ain't getting that chemistry down with his team, they missing out on opportunities. And that's boo-hoo. All right? That's boo-hoo for you. Okay? Because if you mess around coming there Atlanta, Carolina plays Atlanta on the road week 2.
Week 2,
okay?
1 o'clock.
On the road. Gonna come to your house. The Grim Reaper, okay?
That was the last time y'all saw him. Was in your house.
The last time you saw the Grim Reaper, he was in
Atlanta. Yeah.
Eating all your food, wearing all your clothes, big and small.
Eating all the lemon
driving your car. Got his feet all on your couch. Clipping his toenails.
His eyes got big, like googly eye big when he saw the Falcons.
Imagine you walk in your house and the Grim Reaper is actually right there on your couch.
Yeah, it's just sitting there, like
sword and all, or whatever that thing is.
Just sitting there, like, hey,
got his crusty feet, just his skeleton feet, just sitting there. just ashes of just ashy stuff just on the couch.
I like how the first 4 weeks set up because I like what you're saying there where bad football is getting played in September. Week 1, Bears at home. Week 2, Falcons on the road. We just talked about how we are with the Falcons. Week 3, Browns at Cleveland, but Cleveland is Cleveland. So and then week 4 is the Lions, and that's a night game at Bank of America Stadium. So, and then you get a bye. So it's like, yeah, that actually sets up pretty nice. Like I actually kind of like that. We could.
And who has the most pressure? Who has the most pressure in that game?
The last one I said, probably the Lions, right?
No, I'm saying no, and I'm talking about the Panthers Falcons game.
Oh, well, the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons got the most pressure. It's in their house.
We gotta keep these.
We get to start the season off with the Falcons, and we get to end the season off with the Falcons.
Wow, we don't see them. You're right. We don't see them again until week 18.
So week 18 at home. Okay,
and that's a to be determined time. That could get flex in the prime time, maybe depending on what's going on.
So if I'm Canellas and the Panthers, I'm going into that game and saying like this: hey, look, we're gonna go in here and take care of business. So much so to where they ain't. We're gonna beat the brakes off of them so bad. We're gonna make sure that Tua gets an invitation to the NFC South, and he gonna be like, "Dang, that came out of nowhere," and he ain't gonna be able to find no resolve until week 18. And hopefully by week 18, we ain't got to play that game.
Yeah, I'm saying we might have starters sitting by week 18 in a perfect scenario. Like, I feel like this is setting up. And my guy, Will Dalton, who I do a radio show with here up in the Triad, he kind of convinced me a little bit. He said there's parallels between the Carolina Panthers 2015 team and this year's team. And he went through a list of different things. And by the time he got to the third or fourth thing, I was like, damn, you're actually kind of hitting on something here. What do you say? Third-year head coach. Dave Canales, Ron Rivera, that was maybe on the hot seat previously. You've got a young quarterback. Bryce in year 3, Cam was in year 2. No, he was in year 3. What? 3 or 4, something like that. No, he came out in 2011. It was close enough. The point being, there was enough things where he was like, we had wide receivers on that squad. They should have gone power cuts. The defense led that charge. They had a strong run game. You know, that's the kind of stuff that looks like they're setting up for with this. And the more he went into it, I was just like, yeah, I could see it because both times the Panthers made the Super Bowl, we weren't picked to get to the Super Bowl, like by the national media, like in the preseason. Like the only time I ever remember that happening was 2004, like after the Delhomme guys got to the Super Bowl in 2003. We were a fan favorite to get back, like in 2004, and then that didn't happen. We may have been favored in 2016, but it didn't last. Once that first game back against Denver happened, people kind of were like, okay, we don't know what we don't know. And we realized we're getting refereed a little differently too. So I say that to say no one's really picking us, but if you had to pick a squad in the NFL that could make that leap and be where Seattle is now, why not Carolina? Like they're built almost identical. Like
the Cleveland Browns with a quarterback situation, just like the Atlanta Falcons has. So if I'm him, I'm going back and I'm looking at the mirror, okay? And I'm going back and I'm saying, if I could do it all over again, because you're about to go do it all over again. In Atlanta. Again. Okay. Again. and if I can do it all over again, what would I do? Because I'm not all that bad of a coach. I just had a bad situation.
Yep.
You now rolled yourself into another bad situation at quarterback, right? But the difference here is you have a generational talent at running back. You got Drake London. You got Pitts. You know what I'm saying? So it really does come down to this quarterback situation. Can you be able to whisper some good into that room, right? Penix coming off of that, that knee injury, we don't know when he's going to be out there. We don't know when he's going to be ready. Tua, can we keep him upright? Can we get the ball out of his hand? Can we get him ready? I don't know. It's going to come all down to that.
I don't think so. But hey, maybe they could. I doubt it. But hey, and you just saying that. You know what's crazy? You know what quarterback would be great in Atlanta? Shedeur Sanders.
Oh.
If you just parachuted that boy in, like he'd be the starter.
That would be
like right now.
Starter immediately.
Got all the stuff around him. Like, in Atlanta, like, man. I mean, I don't understand how he slipped through and they didn't think about this at the time. Like, we can at least put him over here in case we need him. Give him a chance. It's Atlanta.
It's because they took a chance on Penix already. See,
that was a top 10 pick too. Remember?
Yeah,
everybody
they can't go back to back, go and get these quarterbacks like that, man.
Yeah,
it looked bad.
And they did. They tried. So they got a problem. They're the only team in the NFC South that doesn't have a
quarterback,
a QB1, because we don't know who it is really. Well, we don't know who they want it to be. We know who ours is. We know Tampa is, and they're about to give Baker a bag. I thought they were like shortchanging him. They offered that boy over $50 million a year, and he still feels slighted. And I'm like, what did you want? Like, what were you trying to get from him? So
I don't know. Pay the man.
Pay that man. He mad. He big mad right now. So we'll see if he gets his money. And then, of course, in New Orleans, Tyler Shuff seems to be the guy down there.
Mm-hmm.
But before we got here, a couple quick notes. Again, you probably already saw the Hall of Fame game, or you're about to watch it. Luke Kuechly getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this Saturday. The Hall of Fame game was this past Thursday. You can check out our midweek show from earlier on Believe's YouTube channel. I did want to tell you about ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter, they really, really help in terms of screening candidates. And for myself, somebody that's a small business owner right now, you and your wife on a media company down in Charlotte, you probably have to go through a lot to just find the right guys to do the certain projects that you want done correctly. Because there's a lot of people floating around out there that can do stuff, but you want people that can do stuff well. You want people that can do stuff right. And ZipRecruiter helps with that. They may not seem like much, but when someone goes the extra step, it really makes a positive impression. I know it does on both of us. And if you're hiring great candidates, also go the extra step to get noticed. ZipRecruiter is a way for you to find those people. They have a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first, so you meet the right people faster. Powerful matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly, and candidates will tell you in their own words why they're interested in your job. Try ZipRecruiter today. Meet great candidates who'll go the extra step for your job. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter. Meet your match at ZipRecruiter. I don't think there was any. No, there wasn't any audio or anything that I wanted to play. That no, we're good. So Falcon, you're saying the Falcons might be the team that you're looking. No, you didn't. You said, who'd you say was the team that you wanted to? Not wanted, but who you think might challenge? Because we do think Carolina's going to.
I think if I'm Atlanta, right, I'm hoping that we can challenge, right? Because you coming off of 2 years of getting beat up.
I wonder how much it would cost to get Shedeur, like to trade for him. He was what, 5th round pick? He's not the I mean, they got Deshaun Watson back up there. If he's playing anywhere close to what he was.
I think Deshaun Watson's kind of struggling, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been 6 years or something since.
But it also stands, from what I'm understanding, Stefanski didn't mess with Shedeur.
Oh, he didn't help him at all? Yeah, I don't think he wanted him.
I don't think that's going to ever happen. It could have and should have, but it's not.
Trade that boy. Trade him.
Right. But I would say Atlanta, man, they fall in line with always messing it up. Okay. And so they, what I'm saying? That's just who they is. And if they can't overcome this quarterback situation, it's just gonna be it's gonna be that same song. Okay.
28-3.
I feel like Atlanta probably has a lot of good talent. They proved it by signing them boys. Okay. And the only thing that's going to keep them back is the lack of clarity at quarterback.
And that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. I'm just adding all this up. That's 120, that's 260. They signed Matt Bergeron, their guard, to a 4-year, $96 million deal too. They doled out almost $300 million in extensions.
Mm-hmm.
To 1, 2, 3, 4 players.
They're getting married, man. They're getting married to their guys, and they're hoping for the best.
If it don't work, though, they are screwed. If they don't work, they're going to kind of be like the Saints, but the Saints made it work. Like the Saints were near or at the top of the division the whole time they were kind of doing that. Atlanta is not there yet. If they had a Drew Brees, then this would all look a lot better. But
I think they relying heavy on that 57 sack year they had last year, which ranked them second in the NFL, by the way.
They're going to sustain that. Shout out to
James Pierce. As long as they have James Pierce on the roster, throughout the season, I'm not really sure what his the legal battles he's going through right now. But if they have their guys out there, I think that's what they're dependent on, keeping, giving the offense more opportunities as they throw more picks.
Shout out to James Pierce, who actually played high school in North Carolina at Julius Chambers High School in Charlotte before going on to Tennessee. And I remember there was some people that wanted us to pick James Pierce. He came out last year, so we'll keep an eye on that too. Before we get out here, though, a quick word from FanDuel. The odds for the Panthers win total over under right now, it's just insulting when you look at it as we got it on the screen here. Not lower than 5.5 and not over 7.5. That's where they kind of have it at. You've got best odds at what? -240 over 5.5 wins. And
the reason why they're doing that, Desmond, is because we do have a stronger schedule this year, right?
We have first place schedule.
Yeah, so that's why it is what it is, right? They're taking those types of things into consideration as far as, who we play. I mean, we playing the Chicago Bears out the gate.
That's going to be a fun game. So we made fun of Caleb Williams for a little bit, but he, by the end of the year, kind of showed why he was the number 1 overall pick. Like the boy can play. He can play.
Boy can play.
And we kind of built the Bears. Like most
of the we built the Bears for the Bears.
The pair, either picks that we gave them or they flipped to something else, or DJ Moore's actually in Buffalo now. Like that's going to be a problem.
A lot of new change of scenery over there.
We'll get to we'll do a whole around the league episode too, where new faces, different places type stuff, and eventually. Usually we wait till after week 3 of the preseason where we go through our schedule and try to predict win-losses or whatever, because we like to see what we have before we even do it. The people that do it like in April before the draft, I'm just like, why? Like we don't even know what the roster is. And we're saying, we're going to win 12 games. So yeah, that's that. Anything else you want to hit before we get out of here?
No, man, keep that beer going.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm fighting it every day. Like,
just keep it going, man. Keep doing what you're doing, rubbing it like that.
Man, it's killing me. It's killing me.
You got to keep it going until
I got roasted.
If the Panthers win 10 weeks, okay, you got to keep that thing.
I got roasted by one of my guys I do a pod with. He was like, you better be careful. You're going to like one of them winos in the parking lot asking for money. You keep growing thing. Come on, man, give me something on my 40. I was like, oh, man, now I see that every time I'm in the mirror. I see the guy. Come on, man, let me get $1. Like, I'm in the scraggly phase. Like, I got to figure this out. But I told
man, if you see a man or woman in need, make sure you give him $1 if you got $1 to give.
Need $1. So we're gonna get out of here. We will be back next week. We'll talk about what we saw in Hall of Fame preseason game. We might have already played another one by the time we come back, and we'll just get you ready here as we start to roll in the preseason. This stuff's gonna start happening fast. We're gonna be at week 1 before we even know it. So we'll get you ready like we always do. Tell a friend, rate and subscribe. Believe in Panthers, all podcast platforms, and you can watch the videos on YouTube. Just go and subscribe to the Believe in Panthers playlist over there. You can catch us whenever we have a new one. We're gonna head out. For Jonathan Stewart, this is Desmond Johnson. You've been watching and listening to the Believe in Panthers podcast here on Believe Podcast Networks. Keep on it.